going to talk about more about foreshortening, and the concept of foreshortening is what's happening. And what I really like about this guy is that he shows, can you see this little box? So this is like the typical hand, right? Punching a box or punching. And this whole part of the body, just like a cube, right? We're going to start by sketching this out, and I'm going to talk to you about how you kind of handle, to help sort of talk about how you handle foreshortening in real time. So the first thing we're going to draw, and I'm going to sketch it out so you can really see it. We're going to start by drawing the boxes around things. Let me get a pencil. Maybe I'll use charcoal. I might use charcoal just because I don't really have any good pencils right now. So one of the things I want you to notice, if you can see what I'm doing here, the top of my pen is at the top of this box. The bottom of this pen is at the bottom of this, where my fingers are. If I come here, we can see that the head is a little bit like 2 boxes up. The head is just slightly higher. So the first thing I'm going to do as I sketch this out is actually kind of just identify top and bottom of box. One. Are they the same height as they are the width? Let's see. One. It looks like it's a little bit taller than it is wide. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter if you do yours exactly the same side, but I want you to draw a kind of rectangle. Slightly, oh, and I hope I think I've done this. I'm gonna have to scoot this over just a little bit. So I have room to draw these lines next. Here we are. And I'm going to check. So I'm drawing my little square now. I'm checking. Needs to be a little bit wider. Nope, right. Somewhere we'll get it right. That should be right. Like Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Yep, there we go. 1 and 2. So your height should be just slightly longer than your width. So it's like a rectangular box. And you should have enough room to be able to sketch in these sides. So start by doing that. Just doing this is fine. We're just drawing a box, Melissa, that is slightly taller than it is wide, but not by very much. To the left, but not so far over to the left that I don't have room for these lines. Now, I don't know if you all know what's happening here, but I'm drawing these lines to show you that perspective means these are not the same. They're not the same. They're not going the same direction. I mean, they're sort of going the same direction, but they're not at the same angle. See that?
Oh.
This is wider, this is narrower. And you know that because if you continued them, they would about here come together. So when I sketch this, maybe it's like that, right? And like this, my pencil, my ruler is lining up at the same point. This is called a vanishing point, by the way. And this is a line that goes horizontally straight across. Will everything else go there too? Yeah, this line, if you see, this bottom line also goes there. This bottom, even though it's a different side, it goes to about here. And then I draw another line straight down. The last thing I'm going to check, 1, 2, 1, 2. The height of this is about half of this. So go ahead and sketch this out. I want to see how, before you even try to sketch in the arm, I want to see you put together this box, this cube, this rectangular cube, and send it over the thread. So the reality is that because this arm is coming towards us, because this part of the fist is facing us, right, like this, it is the biggest and it's the closest to us. And as the arm kind of turns away, just like the sides of this cube, even though they are not actually like this, they're the same. I mean, if we were to measure them, they would be the same width here as here. It doesn't look like it as you're moving away. That is what perspective is, really. And vanishing point helps us because everything going the same direction goes to a single point. And that's from here. Go ahead and sketch that in and send it over. Does this make sense to people or does it seem weird?
No, makes sense.
It makes sense, right? Intellectually. All right, Bailey, I think that's pretty good, but I gotta say you're way too long.
Okay, how did you gauge how long?
I measured here to here.
Yeah.
I compared it to here. It's about halfway.
Wait, do that again.
Look, this is the halfway point from here to here. And then I got straight up.
Oh, you went straight up. You didn't go on the diagonal. Okay.
Nope. But also notice that like anything that's going farther away from you is much more short than I think it should be. That's the other thing that I know. Right? I know that this is going to be much shorter than I think it is. Because remember, and notice where it stops. Here's the other thing to kind of keep in mind, right? Here's the top of box number 2. So you can't go, if I was to sketch in, right? Look at where everything else is in relation to that box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I measured the diagonal, not the up and down.
Yeah, easy to do that.
Okay.
Welcome to the beauties, the joys of perspective.
It's been a long time.
Right? It's a fucking nightmare.
It's
like really, it's absurd. It's absurd because it really does. Okay, let's see, Melissa. Let's say yours. So Melissa, let's see here. Every one of these sides, Melissa, can you see this vanishing point right here?
Yeah.
It's almost, it's basically as high. In fact, it should be up a little bit higher as the second, if I went up and over about here. Every single line I draw has to go to this, that are going away from me has to go to this point.
Okay.
So that's the first thing I want you to check. And then the other thing is you also made this too long. Okay, Lisa, your biggest problem is that this is not a square, this is not straight. You've got this leaning out. I don't know why. This, you have this going like this, see? This is a straight up and down. All the verticals are straight up and down. They do not bend. Lisa, Bertland, do you see? Hello? Unmute yourself so I can know that you heard me on that.
Yeah, I heard you. I noticed that the box wasn't square when I took the picture.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
always fix it. You don't have to send it over if you can see there's a mistake,
yeah.
right? Yeah, and if the box isn't square, so all in perspective, all the horizontals, the things that are going away from you, the horizontals in this direction are all bent because they're going away from you. The verticals, and these things that we're standing right in front of, they stay straight. All the verticals are straight, and these things, because I'm staring right, and here, because we're standing in front and seeing it from that way, these do not bend. This, and this bend.
By bend, what do you mean? That they're not straight lines?
They're not straight lines. They all angle at different points
Oh, I see. Okay.
to reach the same vanishing point. And I'm sorry, I see that oh, there we go. It's just going to be like that. It's going to be like that. All right. Billy, I think you're experiencing that same problem too.
What is that?
These, I don't think these are straight. They look like they're bending out a little bit.
Okay,
But do
I
me
need
a
a protractor.
and take a picture of the whole page. Oh yeah, there we go. Let me double check this. I'm gonna check your, I want to check your, yeah, it's squeeching out a little bit. All right. Also that, this line should be the line on, okay, I'm gonna need to sketch this out. Hang on, I'll show you. I'm gonna need to sketch it to show you what's going on. What's that?
Well, the far one's not straight.
I'm going to show you what, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what's going. Give me a second. I just need to get here and draw this and figure it correct this for you. Yes. So. Wait. Right. And then this one. It's a little exaggerated, so I want you to check it. But I sketched over, can you, fucking, it didn't save, god damn it. Ugh. All right, these aren't exactly straight because I can't draw a straight line with my finger so much. It's a little bit shady, but I'm just trying to show you where this line needs to match with the vanishing point and the one on the edge. There we go. Sorry. Okay, and let me get up here. This is probably the hardest thing we'll do today. I think even the figure will be much easier. But I intellectually want you to understand kind of the crazy warping that's happening. There is a method to it, but it's not like you really have to understand the translation from 3 dimensions to 2 for it to make sense. Is the deal. There we go. I'm gonna pop that up here. Hold on. There you go. Why is everything also so? There we go. Okay. There we go.
All right, I don't know.
This, you cannot eyeball this. It's not something that you can eyeball. It's interesting how much you can't eyeball this. You have to know the rule and trust the rule, right? Which is that all these lines here, because they're going away from us and they're horizontal lines, head towards a single point.
Better?
I'm gonna have you hold it up.
Oh, I just sent it to you, but yeah.
Hold it up because I can't look at it. Here, hold it up. Up, over here.
There? Can see it?
Back it up a little bit so I can see where your vanishing point is.
Zoom.
Okay, got it, got it. Hold on. 1, 2. Yeah, better.
Okay.
Better. Better.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Good to see you.
All right, let me see when you're done. When you guys think you have it, let me see it. I don't really want you going any further until we got it. Lisa, go ahead and hold that up. Okay, I can't see it at all. Can't see it at all. There we go. All right, that. Good job, sweetie. That's it. Exactly. Exactly. Good job. Mariana, Melissa, you want to show me what you got?
Yes. Hold it up or?
Yeah, though, Melissa, you have to turn your computer, your camera.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Hold it up.
It.
Hold on. Back it up a little bit. No. All right. So hold on. Let me see. Wait, let me see. 1. Yeah, so erase that outer triangle. This on the right there, right? Because you don't, this one that's here, you have it here. Hold on, I'll point and push. I'll point to this. I'll remove it. You have a little extra triangle here. Right? You need to erase that. These are the lines that are going to this vanishing point. That's the only thing that stays there. Got that? Mariana? Show it.
You might is wrong.
Yeah, so show it to me so I can fix it. Show it if I don't see it. Oh, I don't know. 1, 2. It doesn't look wrong. Looks right to me.
The side is it the side,
What are you talking? What's wrong?
the left side.
You point to it and show me.
Is this side okay? This side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it look like yours?
It's not about looking like mine. It's about everything going to the vanishing point.
Okay.
Right? Does this side go to the same vanishing point that
Yeah.
this line do? Then it's right. You got it. You got it. Doesn't have to look exactly like mine. That's good. Good job, you guys. You're excellent. Okay. So let's do a couple of other measurements before we jump in and sketch out the rest of this. And this is where you'll find it really shocking. So if we go up 1, right, to here,
Mhm.
and say I draw a line through the middle up here. And I draw a line right here, right? A second box, really. Look at what's kind of inside the box and look at what's outside the box. So when we come here, I'm going to actually give myself this. I'm doing it lightly so that I know where to put like my shoulder, the head, which comes up a little bit higher and comes out a little bit more than the edge of this. Can you see that? This actually. Yeah, let me sketch that. Oh, this is such a good You're gonna find the figure itself so easy. Once we do this, it'll be like, oh my God. And notice this disconnect. When you think you're wrong, you're sometimes right. And when you're sure you're right, you're absolutely not right. And that's because your brain is fighting with you about what should be happening here. It's going to tell you these things should take up much more space than the rest of the hand. It's going to tell you this arm should be longer. It's all the left brain getting in your way and fighting with you about what's actually happening. And the best thing I can tell you is if you know the rules, it's so much easier. It's just, instead of arguing with yourself about it, you can tell the left brain, shut up, I know what's going on here, and you guys do not. And I can see the neck. Actually, the neck's kind of up here. Actually, no, the neck comes down a little bit lower as a straight line here, out. And then if I look how far out it goes, it's about, notice, halfway from here to here, and maybe a little bit more. So if I find this point here, and I go out, my arm doesn't go out any farther than that. That will be the weirdest thing. Look, I still want to bring it out farther. This comes fairly close. The edge of the box. And then we can start sketching, of course, what's in the box. Let me give you that. Leave me alone. Also notice that this arm as well needs to go to the same vanishing point. This line of the arm here. Notice how the wrist and the sort of, what do you call this? This part of the hand, I don't know what even this is called. What is this called?
No idea.
It's not the palm, the opposite of the palm. Part that's not the fingers. I don't even know what that is.
The top of the hand.
Top of the hand.
It and this part are kind of blocking what we can see of the side. There's a tiny bit on the side of the arm, but we can't really see very much of the side of the arm.
So Leah, what time is this class?
5:15.
5:15 is when you start a class?
Yep.
Oh. Because I was logging in earlier and I couldn't figure out if anyone was going to be on. So I just left it on to see if I heard when it came on.
Why don't you check the schedule?
Because I didn't have the energy to do that.
Okay, got it. Just checking. I'm like making sure.
Yeah, no, I was doing so many other things. I thought, oh, I'll pop
This
on
class
and
is
I
that
leave it
hard
on
to
and I
figure
work on other things, which I did. And then I heard voices.
What's going on? Yeah. This class changed to 5 o'clock your time in January.
Okay,
And then
that's a decent time for me.
and then we decided to change it to 5:15 because Melissa and Billy both worked and they are kind of getting off, you know, times. And so we just decided it made more sense.
All right.
Yeah, to start it just a little bit later.
Yeah, I have so much to do, so I shouldn't even do this, but I need a
You need a little break. You need
Yeah.
a break.
I do.
Noted. We can see a little bit.
Sunny, I don't have time for you now.
Indicating a turn and the side of the arm, this curve down, it's like kind of straight and then it goes down, but that's about all you're gonna see. And there's the knuckles. This is a great practice. Unlike kind of fingers, these guys will be fairly straight, I think. One, they kind of bend out a little bit.
Oops.
Are you on the thread for this class, Diana?
I'm not sure.
Let me check.
Let me check. I probably am.
I think you're on all of them.
Yeah, I think so too. But I haven't been in the, yeah, I am. I am. I haven't been in this class for so long.
I know, it's been a while.
Yeah.
They're doing amazing.
Good.
Where do you see what these guys do? They do incredible work.
And I haven't seen Lisa forever.
I know, hello.
Where have you been?
I got a new boss and sort of a new job, so I was focusing on that for a minute.
But you know,
Ah.
Diana, she's painting every day.
You are?
Yeah,
And
How
you can-
come?
or several times a week. Yeah, so that's my new thing.
So her drawing is massively improved. Her painting is improving. You should see it. Some of the stuff is really great. And I feel like a lot of dots are being connected for you, Lisa, that weren't really happening before, because you're now spending a lot of time with this kind of problem solving, right?
Mhm.
Oh, the funny thing about this kind of problem solving is that it doesn't really make sense until you until you make a bunch of the same mistake a bunch of times, and then you can come back and understand
Yeah.
the problem.
Agreed.
It's
Yeah.
definitely one of those things. Like, some of you are going to get this on one level. Others of you, this is going to make a lot of sense because you've been trying to do this for a while. You can't. So this is like, you know what I mean? It'll be, so don't worry. It hits where it hits. When you guys think you have it.
So what is your new job?
I'm working with a editor out of Singapore on sort of like my old job, but a different team. So still supply chain and transportation, but a different focus.
Do you like it better?
Yeah. Yeah. He's a lot more strategic and very really smart and easy to work with.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So she's the only reporter in LA not reporting on the Oscars.
Yes, by
Everybody.
design.
In her own little Lisa supply chain world.
Yeah.
Her boss is in Singapore.
I know, it's good.
You missed it. Diana has just come through the worst, this absolutely terrible sickness.
Oh no, what happened?
She got bronchitis.
It was just really, really bad bronchitis. It was,
Never seen her so sick. And I've been up with her every day for many years now. Several years anyway.
yeah, no, it was brutal. I'd say.
Did
It
you
was-
get your X-ray results back?
No, I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't yet, but I expect to get them today or tomorrow.
Do you know what brought it on?
No,
Oh, how strange.
Fred gave it to her.
yeah, that's true. He did. So it's Frank's fault.
It's Frank's fault. It's
You
definitely
hadn't
Frank.
had a cold or anything before?
No, she went down hard.
Whoa.
I did.
There was no warning.
Yeah, but stupid.
So like I said, one of the things you'll find, you guys, I found, I just did it myself, is that I want to make things too big. I want to go out too far. I keep wanting to extend this arm, but notice really the hand takes up so, like the whole half, anything that's in front takes up significantly more space than the things that are in the back. It's almost like this, it's its own separate thing. Although it's connected to this, you wouldn't guess it based on the problem solving you've got to do. So Melissa, talk about logic, right? This is pure, you need to purely understand how things look to us when they come towards us, right? For this to make any sense at all. Like if you don't know how the rule works with the vanishing point, you're lost. Like it's funny, but it's a completely different logic system than the logic of left brain. The verbal concept doesn't know how to solve this at all. The verbal side is like, I don't fucking know what's going on, is exactly what it says. Like, fuck, what's happening here? I'm trying to angle this. Why is this not angling? I'm trying to do the arm back here. Why is the arm not huge like this, right? Why is this? I'm trying to make these go back. Why are they going at different angles? The left brain has no idea how to conquer this at all. So it sends us into a tizzy of left brainness. Left brain logic, which has no root place in right brain translation. We have this conversation a lot, Melissa and I, because like at the very beginning of drawing, she was like, this is just not logical. And I'm like, it's logic, but it's an entirely different logic. It's like a different system.
Different logic, yeah.
It's a different logic.
It sure is.
It's crazy. Is anybody finding it kind of fun?
What's the on the arm side? Is that like half the box? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm
On the arm side, what is this?
On the right or on his other arm? Yeah. No, his arm. Is that like half? Trying to get that
Oh yeah, it's about half a box.
half box.
Yeah, good question. Excellent right brain question. Is that about half a box? Yes. That is about half a box.
Leah, I'm struggling with mine. This looks too long over here. Can you see me?
Well, did you measure it? Yeah, hold it up and hold on. Wait. I'm going to spotlight you. Okay.
See how long that is? It's too long.
Yeah, you put him too far. So
Did I draw him too far over that way?
yeah, you did. Yep, scoot him a little bit closer. Look at this line.
Yeah,
But-
I was looking at that, but then I measured out to the side and,
Yeah, you drew him
Yeah.
out a little too far.
okay.
That'll make a difference, but it's also true that maybe your vanishing point needs to come up a little bit and this needs to come in a little bit, right? Rather than out. This might be going out a little too far. Even if it's
Mhm.
not vanishing point, your vanishing point might not be quite high enough. So if you want to bring it up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
ended up
that would-
bringing it in line with,
That would change my lines.
I
Yeah,
think that's probably also,
that's my issue.
this is slightly too wide. Which
Yeah.
means everything gets adjusted a tiny bit, but not too much.
Yeah.
This box is really to kind of show you more. It's like negative space, right? This isn't really the object. It's more to show you what's contained in different planes of the object. We talk about that a lot. This is one plane. This is another plane, right? Because this is when the body changes direction. This is one plane. This is one plane. This is one plane. Every time there's a shift in direction, there's a shift in plane. Just like a cube. Right? And as we know with the cube, these sides are equal, but they don't look equal. Oh, sorry, Lisa, I'm totally. All right. As we know with the cube, these three sides are equal. We also know that there's three sides we can't see, but they're still there. But you don't draw them because you can't see them. And we know that all these go to a single vanishing point. Why? That's how I have this. I often entertain because my brain is weird and I think about this stuff a lot. I'm also like, I wonder why that happened, right? Like, is that how we are hardwired, or did our brain develop a way so that we could determine what's farther away from us and what's closer? Did we develop cone vision? That's what this is called, cone vision, right? Where things go, do we develop it? Were we born with it naturally as people, as humans, as a species? Or is that something that developed and defined as needed as we went along, right? Maybe we didn't always, maybe our eyes didn't always see as cone vision. I mean, it seems ridiculous now, but like, I mean, everything, you know, when you think about how we see things, the brain is taking pictures and kind of putting them together into a composite. It's not like we just look and see something. The brain is doing, like, the eyes, the brain, the ocular, the blah, blah, all these things are happening. So I often think to myself, were we born with cone vision, or did we develop it as a way of determining? Because otherwise you wouldn't know what was farther away and what was close. It would be hard to tell. If we had a different type of eye or a different type of vision, it might be different. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe we were born with it. Or maybe we developed it quickly the first time a dinosaur ran after us. Although actually people didn't live at the same time as dinosaurs, did they? So no, that's not a thing. Anyway, I don't know. Diana, how goes the gala preparations?
I don't know yet.
Still waiting on stuff?
Yeah. Waiting too much. It's not falling into place easily. Let's say that. But it will eventually. It's just annoying when it doesn't go the way you want it to go.
You're the master at dealing with that, though.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure it will come out okay at the end, but it's just frustrating in
the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is frustrating too.
Right, but in a more fun way.
Yeah. I don't know why I choose this frigging rose.
Oh, you do.
Not even pretty.
You're ready for a new challenge.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry, I don't think I can make Sunday class, which I really want to.
Like in general, or just this week?
Just this week.
Okay.
Just this week.
Just so that you all know, next week, so Sunday is our last class of the winter quarter. And then we have 1 week off. So next week there will be no class, but then we will come back for the spring quarter, which will go for, I don't know, 3 months. So there'll be 1 week break. I'll remind everybody. I know it's hard to remember all this stuff.
Yeah, these adjustments for Europe's time has been hard.
But that stops after this weekend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's hard. There's like one or the other, you know, like somebody has to.
Yeah.
There's literally, I've tried to think of a way around it and there is literally no way around it. I'm like, God damn it. There's like no way around this.
I get it.
When you guys are done, go ahead and send it across the thread. We are gonna also do this lovely lady here, but I thought we would just spend a little time. We'll go to her. We're gonna spend a few weeks on perspective because I think, and foreshortening, because I think that's helpful. It's one of those things that helps to kind of understand it. Let's see.
It is helpful.
Good job, Billy. Looks great. Although is the one thing I want to make sure, hold on, let me check it. Yeah, it seems to be. See how you've got this line kind of going up?
I
Like,
don't see where you're looking, Leah.
okay, look at, I'm showing you on mine. Can you see mine?
Yeah, but it's frozen.
So so
I don't-
look at, do you see how you're kind of going up like this here? This is really more of a straight shot.
I don't see your little.
You don't?
Uh-uh.
Am I turned off?
Now I see you. I didn't before.
Okay, here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not spotlighted. That's why. Here, hold on.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. See how you're, sorry. So you're going up like this,
Like what?
like this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is a straight across. So it's straight across here and then it curves down.
You're freezing, honey. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. But
So I got to go across. Okay. I
Straight.
see.
straight and
With
then
the negative space. Got it.
yeah. Well, and also this is the top of the arm and this curve line is the side,
Got
Yeah.
it.
right? So that will help things. And so even though this is what this is what it feels like, right? When you don't really understand the perspective, it feels like this line is going up, it's going up, things are going like directions they aren't really going, but in reality, this is like this line, these two lines are like this line or this line. Straight, straight, straight. And on the side, because this is like the side, they're going down.
Your picture's easier to see than the original one.
It isn't really in the original, so I'm sort of sketching
Oh.
it.
Okay, that's why I can't see it.
That it's not really there very much.
Okay.
Because in this particular, but I added it in a little bit because I changed the vanishing point a
Yeah.
little. You can see the side. That's the theory of it. The original picture, it kind of stops
Okay.
here. It kind of stops there.
No.
Good job. Anybody else want to send it across? Whenever you're ready, take a look. But good job, Billy. Very good. Did you find yourself kind of feeling surprised a little bit?
Yeah, but once you follow the rules, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a funny, like, it's weird how big this is. And so, guys, the first thing I tell myself with perspective is whatever, particularly when it involves the figure, is whatever is coming towards me, whether it's, and here I'm going to pop myself up here so you can really see this, whether it's my elbow, hand, head, whatever's coming towards me, elbow, hand, sorry, shoulder, shoulder, head, hand, elbow. Whatever's coming towards me is bigger than everything else. Everything. My elbow is almost as big. This part of my elbow is almost as big as my head in the back. And because of the direction of it, because of it coming towards me. So the first thing I try to identify when I'm drawing a figure is what's coming towards me. And then I understand that everything else is going to be smaller. Right? If the front leg is coming towards me, the back leg is going to be smaller. If the front arm is coming towards me, the back arm is going to be smaller. Whatever it is that's coming towards me, if it has a second part to it, it's coming smaller. Oops, it did it again. Come here, you. Here's spotlight. Now it's just fighting. Did I lose my, there we go. And that's, of course, the same thing that's happening here. We'll get to her. When I see everybody's sketches, we'll get to her. And you'll find this will be sort of surprisingly easy. Let's see.
Oh, shit.
Still had trouble with my box.
Because you don't have the head in the right place. You haven't gone up far enough. Here, hold on.
My head's too low.
Your head's too low. Here, let me check it. Unless you've taken a picture of it. Oh, yeah, your head's significantly too low.
Oh,
When I measure this,
it was the same as the box, right? And
no,
then
it's not
plus
the same
some.
as the box. It's not the same as the
No,
box.
it's higher. So you go one up from the box and then a
But
bit up from
measurement to
the.
the box, from what I can see, is not.
Yeah, it is. I measured it.
It's not. I'm looking at it right here, honey. I'm looking at it, and it is not the same. Unless you've taken this at an angle. Have you
I
taken
probably
this
did.
on
Yeah.
purpose?
Hold on. I took it at an angle. Let me do straight
All
up.
right. So give it to me straight, and then I can, I can see
Yeah.
it.
The problem is I have an overhead light. That's the
Doesn't
thing.
look right. Yeah, just move it somewhere or put it up or whatever it is. But you have to take it straight on. Otherwise, you'll see if you look at that picture and you measure, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's completely off. Although you guys are doing great with this, as always. So take heart. These are good. This is good.
That's my
Mariana, do you get a little bit of a break?
that my head is too
Oh,
short.
no, honey, you haven't. This line is not you haven't measure it.
Yeah, the box is 4 inches. I went up 4
No.
inches.
You did not go up 4 inches. Measure it.
I
Measure
did.
it. You didn't. It's not.
4?
I'm looking right
I
fucking
have
at
a
it.
ruler right in my hand.
I'm looking right fucking at it. You have not.
Hell, I'm gonna show
I'm
you.
looking at it. You show me
Yeah.
with the ruler. I'm looking at it. You did not go up 4. I just went up and checked it. You sent me a picture. It's not the same.
Hold on.
1, 2. No, it's not at all the same. You're wrong.
There you go. You're wrong.
Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 3.5, honey.
What are you talking about?
It is absolute. Listen,
I've got the measure. It's 8 inches and then a little bit more for the top of the head.
you're taking this picture at an angle. You have not taken this picture straight on. That's the problem.
Yeah. Did you
I-
see the
so
one I
you-
sent with the
Yeah,
ruler?
all right, so I have to have a straight shot. If I don't have a straight shot, I can't measure for you. And I also
Well,
can't,
look at the one I just sent you with the ruler.
it's not straight. The ruler is going away for me.
Oh.
Stand with your camera straight over. This is what it has to be. You can't take it at an angle, otherwise I can't check it. So you have to stand straight over and put your camera straight over. Otherwise, the excuse. If you measure it, it's possible you're not giving me a straight shot. And what I'd like you to do is look at the pictures you're sending me and measure with your hand, and you will see they are not the same size. Even though that's possibly true, I still need to, I'm just looking at what you're giving me.
Uh-huh.
So here, hold on. Let me see it.
I think it's the way it's photographing.
Yes, it's, well, no, it's the way you're holding the camera.
No, I'm holding the camera straight above it.
All right, let me see it.
This is also the same camera that puts the wrong date on my photos.
Ah, well, maybe that's
Yeah.
good.
No, there's something
take
up
a
with
look.
the
Let me
camera.
take a look. 1, 2. All right, that's better. That's the first one where I've seen them look better. That's good then. You're in good shape.
The
You're
head
good.
is too short though, I think.
A touch, not much. It's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. You got it. It probably, if you want, let's check this.
I'm having trouble with my box, the
I think
angles on
this
my
guy-
box.
I think this guy, okay, so, and sorry, now that I see this straight on, you're right, you do have it. Correct. Give me straight on pictures from now on. I think the issue you're having, yeah, this is I think you need to move your vanishing point a little bit over here to the side.
Mhm.
Yours is like right here. And what that means, and I'll show you.
Oh, I've got the wrong angle on it.
So it makes it a little bit wider.
That's what I'm dealing with. Yeah.
Yep. So scoot it over a little bit. And if you want to scoot it over, it looks like, let's see.
I send you my
Like
ass.
the height of it looks like the height of the head from top to bottom, about the same as the distance for the vanishing point. See how I'm checking that measurement? Try,
Where it should be.
yeah,
So
scoot it a little bit that way.
Okay, let me try
And
that.
then I think you'll be totally, but that looks perfect. Otherwise, absolutely perfect. Good job. Ah, Melissa, very nice. Let's see here.
Yeah, that's much better.
Isn't that, so that's what it is. It's just an
Yeah,
angle.
it's just my vanishing point is in a weird place.
Melissa, perfect. You got it. How do you feel about it?
It was challenging.
I think you should be bringing, I think you have the same issue, maybe, I think you have a little bit the same issue that that Lisa's having, which is where your vanishing point is. So once again, I think if you scoot your vanishing point a little bit over this way,
Oh,
see, this angle needs to be a little bit farther.
yeah. Okay.
You know, sometimes it's actually easier to find a vanishing point if you actually draw the lines. So here, let me do this. If I draw the lines and I just see, right, where they meet. This is actually slightly off the paper. So I go from here to there, just to see where they do meet. Did you get that, Lisa? That probably makes more sense. Find out where, here I've sketched where this vanishing point is, even a little bit, but it's a little bit off the page. Here.
I sent you my strange rose.
Yeah. You want me to look at it?
Sure.
What, okay. I don't know, it's coming along. What's wrong with it?
It's weird.
Well, why don't you add some Diana-ness to it?
What is that?
Work on the background.
Yeah, I guess.
Add a few blues and greens and turquoises into the shadows. You'll like it better of the rose. I actually like it a lot. I like your roses. I think you're doing a great job. Just put a little bit, switch
I
up, your-
like the other rose. This one I think looks strange.
switch up your midtones a little bit, and I think you'll like it better.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and I might lighten the background in places where if I were you, just I know why you made it heavy because you want the rose to read really light and bright, but it might be too much.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll brighten it a little bit, see what happens.
Great job on this, by the way, you guys. This is tough. This is such a tough intellectual concept. It takes many practices and many tries. And Lisa, I appreciate that you kind of felt where the problem was.
Yeah,
You couldn't quite figure out how to fix it. You were like, nope, it feels wrong here. And that is excellent deduction, right brain deduction skills. If you were less experienced, most people wouldn't be able to tell, right? They'd just be like, oh my gosh. Another way to measure the angle, I don't know if you can see, I'm holding, if I can stand straight like this, it doesn't help if I touch the paper, but you see how I'm holding with a straight arm, this ruler? And if I keep it straight, I can compare it to my line here. Even my line could probably use a little, lately yep. So mine also could be angled a little bit more, slightly more. Oh yeah. As well. So you can kind of, you can hold your arm up and check it. It doesn't help if you go like this and then like this because you change the direction of the pen. But if you can hold your pen out, keep your arm straight. Let's see, I want to show you where you're looking at me too. So if you can see, I'm holding my arm straight. I'm not bending it in. I'm not bending it out. Here to here is another way to check angles. And you'll see people doing this a lot. When you're drawing the figure. That's exactly what that is. It's checking angles. Drawing. So you kind of almost have to be standing up at some point. Checking your source, then checking it against your drawing, which will be held flat. It doesn't work if the drawing is down, right? It doesn't help if you're looking at the computer, like you're say looking at the computer where the image is here and your drawing is down. That technique won't work. But it will work if you put your paper up so it's the same plane as your computer. And then stand back and check. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That helps. That's like that's actually the biggest sight thing that helps, right? Because of course we can't sketch these boxes on a real person, right? I mean, we could, but like it's harder to do this. You're just copying a drawing so that you can see what's going on. The box is here to show you what's going on, but when you're working on a real person, you're often checking things against each other. When you guys think you're done, let me know and we'll move on. Is this helpful? Is this a useful exercise?
Yeah, it helps. It gets your brain and thinking a different way.
Yeah, okay, good. That was my main thing. I found it today and I was like, oh, this is a good one to copy. So when you feel ready, let me know and I'll move us to this guy or this lady. And we'll see how this works. What I really love about this one is, look, it's just, it's just two triangles. Like the front triangle and then the back triangle. Like they're just totally interact. And she's mostly darks, so it'll be a great exercise. And look at my dang computer, it's freezing again. There we go. My head is totally wrong. There we go. That's better. I like the charcoal. I can see where my wrong lines are just to see how off I am. It's like, holy, look at how far off I was. And really, it's just like 3 millimeters. It's like a couple millimeters. Yeah. 5 millimeters. It's 5 millimeters off, but it's a significant difference on the paper. A few millimeters makes a lot of difference. So just let me know when you guys are ready. Ready to be done with this. So we can go on to something prettier.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hey, whenever.
Let's do it. All right. So here are a couple of things. As I said, we've got really 2 triangles. I mean, not sort of. Triangle and this funny shape. Maybe we can say, I don't know. So these two intersect, right? This is her whole back half. This is the front of her. And here's her head, what we can see. This is the, all we can see is the top and the bun. And then, okay, since I've got another one and we can sketch, here's the head shape. And then here are the gesture lines, right? Shoulders, and then up here and down, hips, and the legs. So these are really the only lines that we can see. If I go from here over, if I use the head as measurement to measure this front, 1, 2, it looks like she's about 2.5 heads this way. Is that right? Did I do that right? It's more like that. Yeah, from here to here, here to here. And then I can keep going this direction too. One, two. 1 2/3, I guess. 1 2/3 heads here. 2, 1.5 heads here. So I can come Oh, let's start by doing this. We're gonna start by toning the paper with our charcoal. Woo. I've got my stretchy kneaded eraser here. And then I'm gonna kind of estimate where I think her head should be and its size, right? With my eraser like this. And then I'm gonna come down and draw a line kind of straight across here, all with my eraser. Let me use this eraser, I like it better. Just one head across. Two heads. And about a half a head. So here is the end point for her. And then one head this way, and then about 1 2/3. So here she is. Right, so here is like the kind of length. Then
I think I give up on this one now, and I'm gonna.
I think it looks pretty good, Diana.
You like the changes?
Can I finish the demo and then I will jump right.
Yeah. I'm in no hurry.
Okay. I can see that the head. Here, and one more thing. The head, if I were to go from here to here, this is one head up, like 1.5 heads up. And then I can sketch out my first triangle here. There's triangle number 1. And then triangle number 2 stops here, goes in. Basically, the whole figure is kind of back here. So once I establish this one, maybe it comes out a little bit further. It's just so amazing to me that everything from the waist down is so much smaller than what's happening up here. Oh, I can already see this angle isn't right. I'm angling it down more. That's better.
I know something.
That's kind of the beginning. And then you can see, and if you want to, once I finish the demo, I will send this over to you. You can see the lights are really kind of shaping of a lot of what's going on. I'm actually able to do quite a lot. Because everything, almost all the lights, there's almost all lights on the outline of her body. Isn't that wild? Then I can come back in. It's very dark here. there's kind of darker areas here. See how her back legs fairly quickly. That back area comes out. Then it becomes a little hard to see, so I'll give you a new inside of the arm. See how quickly she starts to come out? I haven't really even gotten there yet. So let me, and then I can add in some darker contour lines. Right around the edge. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a picture of this so you can have the measurements, and then I'm going to leave this with you. I'll take a picture of this. Yes, first, give you the measurements, and then I'll let you guys try it. I think you'll find it's fairly simple because there's a lot we can't see. All right, then Diana, I'll take a look at your rose.
No worry, no worry.
I have so much charcoal on my fingers that I can't take. All right, come on. Something. Oh, I see. There you go. Wait a second. And it's this way, this way. So I'll send this to you so you guys have the measurements, and then I'll hold this one up so you can see more of the details. There's that. Oh, Diana, I love that. I don't know, I really like this one.
Yeah.
I do. I kind of want it. I kind of want both of them. I would definitely put them up in my house. Like I totally would.
All right.
I'm not lying to you. I really would. I really do like those.
Yeah, I like the other one much better than this, but you know, it's good. Anything is good practice.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you guys really need, well, we could see this, but I haven't done very much work. I don't think you're going to need to see my work on this one. No, it's beautiful. You should see, Lisa, did you finish those oranges in the bag?
Oh, I worked on them. Hold on.
Would you send a picture over?
Yeah, I think I need to put more white in.
It's funny, I don't really paint them much myself, but I do love a nice still life, like still lifes, and I love florals.
Well, you do a lot of nice florals.
Thank you. I could, but so do you. I could like look at a nice floral all day long. It's my own. Here, we should be able to see them both. If you don't have to look at mine.
So, Aaliyah, is your bottom line, is that along the arm?
Yeah,
That follow the whole length of the arm?
yeah. Here, I'll just indicate it.
Yeah, okay.
There's a slight lost edge here. I
Yeah.
mean, the arm kind of disappears into the shadow. So it's okay to sort of lose it. You really don't really see the arm until up about here.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what's kind of cool about this one. Yeah, look at this, Diana. Did you see what Lisa just sent across?
No, I'm gonna look. And then I'm gonna leave you because I have to go back to work, but it's.
I like it. And
Oh, wow, that's
Isn't that great?
beautiful.
I think
Yeah.
it needs more white though, don't you, on the bag?
No,
No, I like it. you totally get it's a bag.
You got these
It's so nice.
shadows. You got the
Thank you. Thank
shadows.
you. I really fought with that, Leah.
You did. You got them. They look great.
I was like, embrace your dark
Wonderful.
side, embrace the dark.
You got it. You got it. I think it's perfect.
Oh,
See,
thank you.
It
I
is.
would put this
It is.
painting up on my wall as well. I love stuff like
It
that.
is
Isn't it
beautiful.
beautiful?
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Put it up
you.
in the
High praise
kitchen.
coming from you both.
I think you should put it up in your kitchen. Now, one of the things I'm noticing is my camera's not straight.
I'm gonna leave you guys. It was good to hang for a little while with you. I'm gonna
Good
go
to
back
see
to
you,
work.
Diana, you are always welcome. And class is 1 hour later on Saturday, but
Yeah, I think I can do Saturday, but I can't do Sunday, unfortunately.
Okay, so it'll be 1 hour later on Saturday.
So 9 a.m. our time.
Yeah, 9 a.m. our time. 9 a.m.
Okay. See you then.
See you
then.
then.
Bye, Diana.
Good seeing you.
You too.
Bye.
Are you still a press club member, Lisa?
I've never been one.
What?
I've never been one. I should be one.
Could be one. Very much fun. Very, very good. You guys are doing fucking awesome. Excuse my language, but it is true. Sometimes. Yeah, I love it, Lisa. It's great. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's really, really neat.
I won't show you the painting that inspired the painting.
Yeah, that's okay. There's always somebody better, who's got more experience or been doing this longer.
Oh,
or-
her stuff
Yeah,
is so
that's
good.
fine.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Um,
mine's different though. Her stuff is different.
Remember, guys, and I'm going to emphasize this with another color again. These shapes are the first ones, right? You get that shape right and this shape right in proportion and size. Everything else falls into place. Okay. How is this feeling, guys? Feeling
Pretty good.
good. It should be pretty easy.
I'm struggling a little bit. Let's
What are you
see.
struggling with?
I don't know.
You want me to take a look? You want to send it over?
Yeah, just a second.
Okay.
Just a second.
We might start the next session. Melissa, did you do the hand lesson?
Yeah, it was like a while ago, right? The hat.
Yeah, I was wanting to bring in hands again and feet. So I might do a variation. I don't know how you feel about that, but I think it would be good to do some practice on both of those subjects. Just
Yeah,
be-
I've never done feet before. That'd be cool.
yeah. So I think we're gonna do that. That I might bring us back to hands and feet. Just to bring in some like sort of specific practice of those areas, and then we'll go back to figure. The whole figure. I think that would be fine.
All right, critique away. It's wrong, but I don't know what to do different.
Send it over.
I just did. You should see it.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
Oh, you can laugh at me. It's okay.
Honestly, I think you guys are doing so great. I know you're these people who are like used to being very good at things. You're accomplished, right? So it's hard not to. I think everybody's doing great. Let's see. Okay. One. So I just think pay a little bit more. I mean, you just need more detail, Billy. So maybe call the image up on your phone. Look at you're fine. I mean, nothing is wrong. Notice that this area, notice how this area intersects with this one. So notice how high the shoulder goes versus the hip, right?
Okay.
Shoulder kind of rises in. This is not just a area, it's got mediums.
How do you with charcoal and get mediums? I can get darks, I can get lights, but I'm struggling at medium.
Well, this is medium, right?
The background.
The background is medium, so you just
Okay.
grab it out a little bit with your finger.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's like kind of, oh God, I said I wasn't going to sketch on this. There's our kind of mediums. I'm trying to sort of show some of the dark light transitions that are happening here. So you can get those a little bit more. It's just getting more detail.
Okay.
Key areas. This is a key area. Right. That's fairly dark. She's kind of a collection of triangles, really. And once you start looking at them, you'll start to see little variations. I think she's looking great. Yeah, you can't really see my mark making too much. I wonder if I brought down or there. There we go. Now you can see some of the sketch marks I've made in here.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess it up too much because my harsh lines, right? Like even maybe a little bit lower. There we go. There we go. Now you can see it better. What you do is you kind of look at where dark meets kind of dark, right? There's little lights here in her bun that kind of cut off from this very dark area. This is more of a medium. Then there's this lovely little light edge. here. There's lots of like little transitions once you get in there. But what's fun is that construction is simple because there's so much we can't see. So Mariana, where have you been, my sweet? Have you just been busy?
Yes. Yeah, I was traveling. I returned, I have been working a lot. March is a horrible month, typically. We have something called Syria Week, which is a horrible nightmare of a monster conference for oil.
Oh, oh God.
And, it's the largest in the world, so it's fucking nightmare.
Oh God. And did any interesting stories come out of it? Or too
Oh
many?
man, tons, yes. Tons of stories. We produce 65 stories in a week.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Crazy.
What
So
was it called?
Syria Week.
CERA, CERA?
CERA, yeah, Syria Week.
Which stands for,
Well, Syria was a think tank years ago.
Right.
It's like Cambridge, whatever, I don't remember.
Yeah.
or
But
it's
they
like
were
the
bought by
Davos,
S&P.
it's like the Davos of oil.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just had that of shipping not long ago.
Right.
Uh,
Yours, what is that called, Lisa?
TMP. I don't even know what
TMP.
it stands for.
Does everybody freak each other out being there and like
I don't know. It's just so much that
there's a lot. I had somebody ask me if I missed being a journalist, and I'm like, I'm like, God, I gotta tell you, there's no end to it.
There's no end.
There's no end.
I agree.
I
it's
don't
way
un-
easier than when I started. Right?
Is what?
It's way busier than when I started. It used to be that we would have like during Christmas and holidays, it would really get slow.
Yeah.
When I started out as a journalist, we had a day between publishing. So you could think about like you had a first day story, a second day story, a third, right? Like if something big happened, you did the big stuff, then you waited 24 hours and then you published the second story. But now every story just goes every fucking, as long, whenever you finish it, it's on.
Yeah.
Like there's no break in the news cycle. That is like the thing that exhausts me. But thank you guys, because I'm glad you do it, because you're doing a great job. I'm still thinking about all the things you told me about FedEx, Lisa.
Oh, really?
That's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting.
I shouldn't say anything on a recorded call.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say we said the same thing for you. Measurements look pretty good. I like how this back area is starting to work out. I want you to look at some of the midtones.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Little bits more detail, right? Like, and also look at the relationship. Look at this line is a pretty significant one. There's some nice shapes in here.
Oh, yeah.
This one kind of extends down. Look at how there's these little light and darks. So really there's, but I mean, it's coming along, it's nice. I mean, it's very quickly clear what it is. You've got some nice hand things happening here, right? These shadows on the fingers, this light line here. Every line is going to be important. And her head blocks. So look at the shapes that are happening kind of around. You know what? I am going to sketch on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at the shapes that are happening around the head. You can look at your, right? Look at these shapes that are helping. right? There's a lot going on here. But very quickly, you guys have captured, and I want to credit you for this, the kind of essential lights and darks. So once you do that, that's when you start kind of going in and looking at details. So you're gonna go, I basically drawn the lines right here in white around the kind of major, this is where you start like kind of looking at very, like, this is dark, but not as dark as that. This light, but these little light areas help define this dark triangle, the edge of that dark triangle. Very nice though. So yeah, the challenge here is you guys have just gotten so fast that now you're like, okay, now that there's not so much else to work on, now I have to kind of push to see those details. So definitely look at the picture I sent across at the beginning of this class. You can pull that up on your thread if you want to look at it. But you can kind of see this is light, medium, dark, very dark. Lighter, dark, darker, kind of medium light, you know, it's interesting. Yeah, this almost forces you to look at shapes because there's so little distinguishing features. You know, there's got to be this much dark in that triangle. There's got to be this much medium dark. This light line really needs to define. There you go. And we've got 25 more minutes, so we got plenty of time. It's a great pose, isn't it? It's fabulous. It's very romantic. Melissa, I feel, let's see.
The arm is I just looked at his shoulders messed up.
Yeah, I think you've done too much with, are you still using this weird paper?
I'm using newspaper.
The newsprint, go darker. So part of the problem is your lights aren't like kind of reading as light enough, but also, and can you flip it so that it's actually right side? It's coming to me sideways. I on the computer can't flip it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Flip it so it's horizontal.
Let's see.
I think there's a problem with the measurements, but I think it's a little long. Thank you. That helps.
Yeah, I think it's a little, yeah. Oh,
I think it's now, of course, I can't see the whole thing, but I can see that 1, 2. Oh, yeah, it's way too long. You've made it 3 heads wide on the right. And if you measure from here, if you look at this measurement, this is
it's 3 heads.
2.5. That's the biggest problem.
And it's the heads, right?
It's the head. So I made this measurement and then I kind of scoot a little bit to the left here, right?
Okay. Yep. All right. I'll fix it.
2.5. That's the problem. Good job, Bill. I mean, no one would, I like what you're doing in the back here. I like this sort of soft edge. I like your light, medium, and your dark lines in the legs. So very nice job there. Honestly, it's great, you guys. You're killing it. I mean, it's funny. It's not like easy, but it's doable, right? Like it's a funny thing. Requires a certain amount of concentration, requires a certain amount of obsession. So anybody know when Trump is going to get arrested?
I heard not till next week.
They just keep putting it off.
Well, you know, I think he lied about knowing anything about when it was going to happen. So I think we all got sort of psyched out by him.
Because that gives him the upper hand, he thinks.
Yeah, he tried to take control of the situation. And
Right.
he's also trying to distract from how bad things are going with,
Right.
with some of it. So that one case where his lawyer lost immunity or lost attorney-client privilege, that's bad.
It's absurd, right? Like, what are they going to say in the history books about this time about us? They'll probably, who is the other crazy president? Was it Garfield? Was he the crazy one? There was a crazy one. There was one really early on that was quite crazy. I can't remember. Crazy, kind of like Trump is. Who was it? Who was
I have no idea.
It was like late 1800s. Oh, now I need to know. Let me look it up. Hold on. It was oh yeah, Buchanan. Was it Buchanan who was really crazy? I remember his people like trashed the White House.
What?
No, I mean like this Jackson? No. One of them was really fucking crazy. I'll remember it. Oh, there you go, Lisa. Now it's coming along. Very nice. Let me get this shape a little bit. I know
Yeah,
this
there's
is thing.
got it a
It's
little
minor.
bit
Listen,
wrong.
I'm just giving you minor shit right now.
Yeah.
And you might as well do a little bit more work with the fingers in the front
Okay.
because there's like little lights up here and the hand.
Yeah.
And I think, oh, and your arm needs to come out just a little bit longer.
Oh, that one, I just shortened it.
Yeah. Bring it out a little bit longer. It's 1.5. Remember, it's 2.5 heads. So 1, 2, 2.5. Here's the head. So when I measure it, 1, 2, 2.5. And the starting point is down here. A little bit to the left of that head. Expand it out a little bit. And then you'll have room for the hand. The hand is really almost,
Where her head ends.
yeah, where her head ends. And then it's like the hand is really, let's see, from here to here. How big is that? It's like 1.5 heads.
It's big.
The hand is almost, look at her hand from here to here is almost 1 head minus the bun. So that's the only thing you need to work on. God, no, Jackson, I think it was Andrew Jackson. Jackson's people.
Oh, Andrew Jackson, yeah, he's the who had the Trail of Tears for the Native Americans.
Well, I mean, that was shitty. Like, listen, lots of our presidents have done shitty, asshole,
Oh,
horrible,
absolutely horrible things.
but there were ones, but they were more socially graceful. There was a president who was so trashy that like his people came when he won the presidency, his people came in and just trashed the White House. I mean, they literally like ransacked the fucking White House. Like they totally, who is it? Andrew Jackson?
Hillary, the Clintons. I heard they took furniture.
No, honey, you're not hearing me. I mean, they had a inauguration party and it was in the 1800s. Like it was well known that these people came in and just trashed the White House of that time. Nobody did that in besides Trump, nobody really, I don't think Trump physically did that. It was like a physical, here, hold on. Who is
They had a party.
Was it Harding, right?
inauguration?
Oh, God.
Harding was like
He had his inauguration. And his people were so trashy that they came in and trashed the White House. I mean, they physically, literally trashed the White House. Maybe James Buchanan. Maybe Andrew Johnson.
Was it Harding?
Harding is pretty fucking awful. I mean, he was just an awful dude. But he was 20th.
It was too modern.
Too modern. It's definitely 1800s.
I think there's so much we don't know about how much these guys misbehaved.
Oh, yeah, they were awful.
Yeah.
There are presidents. Let's see.
I've overworked my paper. I can't do anymore. Trash my paper.
And you're good. Oh yeah, that does happen. I thought it was Andrew Jackson. It might be James Buchanan. James Buchanan is the one that succeeded Lincoln. And he was pretty much an asshole. Here, let's see. Sorry, show me, Lisa. I'm still looking up US presidents who are terrible.
You'd be up all night.
Yeah, right. Right.
All night looking at that. Like,
I mean, you have to think about the kind of person that would want to be president anyway. They're probably
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. What idiot would be crazy enough to want to be president?
Yeah, that is so dark, that one. That paints the one we're doing today.
Yes, it's very dark. There's a lot of darks. So it does kind of force you to evaluate your darks. I don't know if you saw the second one I sent. We might also try that one at the beginning of when we come back from break. She is very white. She's quite light. So it'll be the kind of opposite. But I thought this one would be kind of a break.
Can I get advice, Leah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Send it over. Does it feel better than it did, Billy? Do you feel like you're
Better, but she feels too bony. Like it made her bone stick out too much, I think, or too
Oh,
sharp.
I don't know. I love that. That's beautiful. I don't know. I think it's beautiful, Billy. A little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
I mean, it's stunning. Fix this shadow back here. If you'll see, you've got a little bit of this.
Okay.
I mean, it's teeny tiny, and then her leg kind of comes up a little bit. The angle is a little bit steep.
On mine or yours?
I love what on yours,
Okay.
but I love this. I love this whole area.
Yeah.
If you want to, this bone, I think this protrusion up is a little bit extreme.
Okay.
So if you can see, I mean, I'm just giving you, what can I tell you except little teeny tiny things?
Thank
But
you.
extend this a little bit longer, but I don't know. I think it's beautiful. I think you ought to send that to Emma.
Okay.
Show her.
She give me my little.
I could draw too.
I will never challenge her though.
No, don't send it to her, but just show her. Don't worry. I'll send it to her. I usually send her your drawings anyway.
Oh,
Just to
you're very sweet. Okay.
Well, I think you're really killing it. So
Thank you.
little tiny, but it's beautiful. I love it. Look at how as we start to add in these little tiny lights and darks and mediums, how we start to get a sense of movement and even emotion. Right? The slant of her shoulders and the way her hip is laying this way and the way the elbow jets out just a tiny bit. There is the turn of her head. There is, as we start to elucidate these shapes, they begin to create a story. And probably you're telling yourself a little story about her from what you can see in your head that is also going into the drawing, right? We can't really quantify that, but I feel this is the kind of photo that invokes a story, right? It's an emotional pose. She might be feeling totally relaxed, but there are interesting things happening in the shape that, like, I don't know, it's an interesting pose. I don't really know what's going on. For Mariana and well, Melissa, I think you were here last week, but Mariana, you haven't been here for a couple weeks. These guys have been finishing their drawings so fast that we've like ended class early twice. Everybody finished like before so I'm like, oh, I really have to think about how to set this up so I can keep them working. I keep give them enough to do for 2 hours. They're whipping through it.
That's nice.
It's good. How's it going for you over there?
I like it. It's
Yeah,
too white, but I think I'd rather be too white so I can add. Let me
You
show
can
you.
darken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Very.
Yeah, so I'm adding more shadow.
Good. I thought you would dig this pose.
I
I
like
thought
it.
it would be something you would like in particular. I know you
Yeah.
like a pose. I know you like a good emotional pose.
Yeah, I do.
You really do. You like them. And well, we all do, I guess, in a way. It's funny. Ah, nice, Melissa. Good recovery. Very nice. Notice how as you got darker and kind of erased those dark and made those dark contour lines disappear, how your figure comes out a little bit more.
Yeah, it's a little bit more vibrant, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So even push, can you push the lights on the shoulders and the shoulder and the that? Can you push the lights that are right here even more?
Yep.
Push all the lights. Now really push with that. That in the last 5 minutes, do that. And I
Okay.
think I'm really happy. Good job, you guys. You're killing it. Mariana, can we see yours? Or are you gonna darken first and then take a picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Allowed. I'm impossible. I'm sorry.
I know you're hurrying.
Half of what I say, you should not listen to. Actually, most of what I say.
I should have recorded you.
Don't even, yeah. By the end of the day, I'm always really loopy. Sorry, you guys get me on the, downslide. Yeah, I think it was James Buchanan. Andrew Jackson is away. No, Andrew Johnson. Sorry. I think it was Andrew Johnson. Trashy. He was very trashy. He was born into poverty and never attended school. Became president of the United States in 1862. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, he was very racist. That was his main thing. He seems trashy. I think he was trashy. Like tacky, like just like. Ugh. Oh my gosh, here we are at the end of class. Okay, I'm gonna remove the spotlight. Hold him up, you guys. Let's see where he's active. Beautiful. Oh, Lisa, hold up yours too. Yeah, Mario, just put that dark triangle in here. You're right. Just get your darks in there. Those are stunning. Hold them up all again. I want to see all of them. Let's see all of them at once. Oh, hell yes. A great way to end the winter quarter.
The winter quarter, yeah.
I want you to think about it. Like, think about how it was in January and how it is now. If you want, you can go back over the thread and look at your work. You can go back and see what you've done. You guys rock. That's really fantastic. When you're done, send me the picture. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to post it on Instagram. I like these. They're beautiful. They're really beautiful. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I will send you a reminder that there's no class next week, but I will see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good. Thanks, Leah.
Bye, guys. Great work today. Wonderful
Bye.
work. Good to
Bye,
see you.
guys.
Bye.